As the saying goes, radio bring results. Go through our radio broadcast has actually empowered many families. It is not only in the Kumasi, but also in the United Kingdom, where our marriage teachings were broadcasted on Christo Ebusia Radio for 1 year in the year 2011. The ministry also held 2 weeks marriage teachings on Voice of Africa, which is also based in the United Kingdom, on Nana Cheche's show in the year 2012. Again, the ministry held 1 hour interview on Faith TV, which is also based in the United Kingdom. Whilst the masterpiece is found in the garden, many people are looking for photocopies, and therefore we believe there is a need to go back to the garden where it all started, so that we can learn about the principles of the one who instituted marriage. Our challenges, notwithstanding all these achievements, which are measurable, quantifiable, and testifiable among members of WAWPRAM and the general public, we stand to have some challenges. Permanency, ladies and gentlemen, to a large extent gives us our identity, community, belongingness, and above all, the we feeling. Place of meeting has really been a challenge for this ministry. A place where we can feel at home and where we can comfortably store our property. But as it stands, as far as permanency is concerned, WAWPRAM is on transition. From the conception, the ministry still now, from conception, the ministry till now, we are being hopping from Mispa School to Edom Presby and now at Grace Baptist School. And with much appreciation, we would acknowledge Grace Baptist Church that has harbored us as far as women from all caliber of lives, with all kinds of attitude and behavior, as far as we are. Just to highlight it, our office, where we render counseling services to the general public, which also doubles as an administrative office for the ministry, is a rented 2x4 place. As viable and potent as the radio broadcast, it has not been easy to sustain it. As it stands now, every month, in spite of the discount which Spirit FM gives to the ministry, we still have to pay 600 Ghana cedis every month. The greater percentage of our income, which is just through offering, is consumed by this. Not to talk of the human capacity, the up and down to the radio station weekly. I believe in team and also in discipleship. And I believe that I could not have done this without the help of my panel members who accompany me and also have stand by me all this while. On this note, I wish to acknowledge Mrs. Dora Yabuabrobe, who just gave birth last week and so is not with us, Mrs. Augustina Labi, Mrs. Esther Smart, Mrs. Millicent Ajakun Redu, Mrs. Satrina Tai, and Mrs. Henrietta Odro, and then Mrs. Charity Ejay Dankwa, and of course, our able contributors. I humbly say, may God richly bless you. Nothing good comes without challenges. Whilst it is our ultimate desire to see families and marriages transformed, there are some husbands and members who are not very supportive to their wives when it comes to family life programs. It is not only that they do not support them, but when they are given the opportunity to be part of us or to be part of what God is doing, they turn it down. And even today, we can count the few husbands who are here with us. I want to encourage all husbands to support this good cause. Because we cannot talk about marriage without our husbands. Some husbands even stop their wives from coming to meetings. And we would want to plead with you that you support this good cause. With regards to this, I want to still admonish you. We need your support. As a social group of people, and more importantly, women in majority, and our vision for the years ahead is to establish satellite branches. There is the need for a bus for the ministry, and therefore we are praying and pleading with our partners to support us to have a bus to help us in our evangelistic outreaches. The way forward, notwithstanding all these challenges that seem to be damping our spirit as a ministry, what shall we be looking out for? Should God give us the next 5 years? What will keep us going? What will keep the fire on the altar burning? I am convinced, without doubt, that God, who has begun with us, will carry us through and will take us to our expected destination. For that matter, I am convinced that I can see a future which is not far. It is near that through the ministry of WAWPRAM, there will be a high rate of successful marriages in the nation, thereby bringing holistic development and transformation into families. I say this with all confidence, since you cannot, and I repeat, you cannot underestimate the power of a woman's influence. And not just a woman, but a godly woman. And not just a godly woman, but a God-fearing woman. And not just a God-fearing woman, but a prayerful and a warrior woman. Ladies and gentlemen, I will personally want to see women of WAWPRAM take their rightful places as women that God has made us to be, and not just in the homes, but in our churches and in all spheres of society. It is also through this that we women can add value to our lives. We look forward to a day where WAWPRAM dream of having the Warriors Prayer Tower Complex come into reality. A place where we will run our offices, our counseling section, hold conferences and retreats, and establish the Dynamic Marriage Institute. In fact, a one-stop spiritual hub where issues regarding marriage and family life will be addressed. The reality of that dream lies in our hands, where everyone will be actively involved and engaged. I wholeheartedly have confidence in all of us that together we can do it. The impact of the radio ministry cannot be overemphasized. In spite of our financial limitations with regards to its sustainability and expansion, where we continue to get Macedonian calls from both audience and media houses within and outside Kumasi metropolis for us to air our messages. This financial limitation is not a limitation to God, and I believe we can do it. I therefore call upon and invite individuals, like-minded people, or organizations to help sponsor and sustain the program as we continue to propagate the gospel of Christ. A means of transport, as we all agree, is a known challenge. I believe that it is not something unsurmountable. We will all love to see friends and ministry members attend our social gatherings in their numbers and on time. That's the need for this. I will therefore urge you to make it a priority in your giving. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I strongly believe that the best years and exciting times of Warrior Wise Prayer Ministry are still ahead and not behind. We can vividly see 5 years down the lane what God has done through us and for us. Despite the overwhelming challenges from our inception through now, the Lord has been our victor Indeed, it leaves us without much option than to believe the scriptures in Philippians chapter 1 verse 6, that he who has called us or who has begun a good work is faithful to bring us to a successful end. The ministry of WAWPRAM, thus building marriages, is at the heart of God. All these have been achieved on the banner of partnership among WAWPRAM members and others. WAWPRAM as a body is like the vulture's nest, where grasses of every village are in it. In this case, members are made up of different denominations, different professions, different background, and different social belongings. Yet we've been able to blend everybody's rich experiences and background for the enrichment of the ministry. I salute all WAWPRAM members. Aiko. Even though we have come thus far, there is no need for complacency. There are still greater heights to reach. Thus, the need to give out all our best for the coming years. To the media here, it is not by chance we have you here. We look forward to the brighter future as far as our marriages and home management are concerned. We want you to partner with us to be our mouthpiece, catalyst, and heralds of our messages. We will surely depend on you on this matter. And to our able social institutions, such as DOFSU, we will urge you to collaborate with us. If possible, partner with us to pursue healthy and violence-free homes. To the government representative, we appeal to you that anytime we knock at your door, seeking help to execute our projects, you will welcome us. For indeed, as Kwegri Agri once said, if you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. I cannot end without appreciating some cherished people in my life. I have some fathers who have supported this vision, have encouraged us up to this far. And I cannot end without mentioning my own father, Reverend Justice Apia Kubi, who has been a strong support of this ministry. Daddy, I just want to tell you, your encouragement and everything has contributed to this far that we are. We also want to encourage, and that is why we chose you, Daddy, to be the guest of honor for this great occasion. Reverend Bob Asante, we salute you, Daddy. And I cannot also end without acknowledging the immeasurable support of my husband, who I affectionately call Darling Foster. You are my darling. I love you so much for helping me bring this vision to reality. There are also some mothers in my life that I cannot end without acknowledging them. The first mother, who in-law is my mother-in-law, who is no more my mother-in-law, is Mrs. Margaret Kofi, the mother who gave birth to my husband, who came all the way from Tema because of this program. Mama, I love you. I am the only daughter you have, and I love the relationship between us. I also have a grandmother and a grandfather, Mr. and Mrs. Peter Ando. They have also supported us to this far. Eja Peter, Mame, wama worry enfie edusian sieni. Debia ye betu yensa frɛ wo mo ye dwumadi ase no. Omoba. Eja, Mame, dear can say ye mama mo, Awurade nhyira mo ene mo mo a mo de aboa ye. And then a cherished woman, a praying woman, a Christian mother who brought me up to this far. In fact, I learned a lot from her because she was the assistant regional organizer of the Christian Mothers Association. My own mother who gave birth to me, she would call me at 1 a.m. and and tell me, Amma, I'm praying with you. Everything will be all right. Her encouragement and prayers have brought me to this far. Mama, I say God bless you. 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 I love you so much. Long live Warrior Wise Prayer Ministry. Long live peaceful and successful marriages and homes. Long live.